I tried 3 free-to-play games. If you're curious about Farlight 84, Shatterline, and Mobile Suit Battle Operations 2, I hope that this video of mine will help you decide if these games are worth your time. I have this rule for every free-to-play game I try. I give them 5 hours of my time. If I find the game to be intriguing and worth more than that, I'll play them until I get sick of them. So, Farlight 84 is a battle royale game that looks like Fortnite. I'm sick of VR games, so I might sound a little extra bitchy when I talk about this game, but I'll try my best to be lenient and not focus on the negatives this genre has. If you're looking for a new VR game and not sick of it at all, then I know that you've tried this out. If you're still on the fence about this game, don't worry, it's not a copy-paste of Fortnite. The art style might be uncanny, but rest assured, it's not Fortnite. Farlight 84 combined the two things I like about other VR games. Third-person view like in PUBG and Fortnite, and the class system Apex Legends has. The characters we can use in this game has unique abilities that they can use and roles to play. Yeah, like Apex Legends. My favorite being Ember. Its blinding smoke ult is so useful that I can sometimes pull this off.
Reloading! Patience, child! Ah, crap, the smoke shrouds your eyes.
What the fuck, game?
So, reloading.
Dude!
Firing will commence shortly.
Really? What is this game?
Using medkit.
What is this game? Seriously? The character design and world design is fine. I'm not really a fan of this art style since it's too wacky and colorful that it almost hurt my eye. And since this is a new VR game, and if you're looking for a VR game that has fewer sweaty players, well, jump in. If yours truly can do this stuff in a VR game, then I'm confident that you can pull off much better plays than me. Where my problem lies. I cannot say if what I just took out is a player or a bot, or if I defeated a mobile player. I think most mobile gamers are in a massive disadvantage from PC players in this situation, and I think the crossplay here is detrimental for the game. I'm starting to think that the only reason why we won or why I defeat some players is because they're using a platform that's limiting them from pulling out an accurate move. If you're a mobile player and you don't see it the way I do, then kudos to you. The other major thing I've noticed is that there's no bullet drop in this game. Maybe that's also the reason why I kept hitting my targets, given that my aim is just pathetic at best. Another thing that I didn't like is the climb for the ranks. With my sorry excuse of gaming skills, I cannot believe I achieved Platinum 5. I played for 5 hours. Why it's too easy to achieve rank? You can argue that the game is still new and the community is still learning the game. Well, that's true. But make it a little bit harder to climb the ranks, because achieving ranks should not be that easy. It defeats the purpose of the ranking system of your game. I digress. This is just me and I don't really care about ranks. It just surprised me that I achieved that rank in one sitting. All in all, I don't really see myself playing this game for more than 5 hours. It's not because the game is bad. Well, it is filled with mobile game-ism, so maybe it is bad, but it has things to offer that balances that out. The quality of this game as a whole compared to its competitors, it's inferior. The game is not developed for PC gamers or people who are looking for a well-designed game in mind. The game lacks bullet drop, so you can shoot your sniper rifles without adjusting for the drop. The gun designs are ugly. I didn't like the look of the guns in this game. I hope they update it. And given that I'm just tired of the genre, I do recommend this game for people who are a fan of VR and looking to play something different or want an easier VR game away from their main VR game. The abilities of the characters are okay and I dare say balanced most of the time. Some hero abilities are just outright useless, like the turret from this guy, and his barrier is just shit as well. Farlight 84 is not a unique game. It has no new features to offer that we haven't seen before, including its microtransactions, character and weapons customization. The heroes, you either unlock them using in-game currency that you've earned every end of a match or just buy them using your real-life money. I can see anything new here. Maybe besides leg vehicles. Yeah, probably that's the only unique thing in this VR game. Where are you now, Schneck? Lale lule lo!
Open fire! Oh yes!
Chicken! Metal Gear! Bok bok, motherfucker! Bok bok, motherfuckers! It's my chicken, mech! Yes! I finally found something that I'm enjoying in the game. It's this chicken Metal Gear. Alright! The jetpack thing. Your character has a jetpack that you can use to move up higher and thrust you forward. You can use this defensively and or offensively. Also, this game did combine two things I like about the genre: characters / class-based abilities and third-person view. It's a fun game with friends. However, I only recommend this to people who can run better VR games on their devices or PC gamers that want to play a new VR game with their mobile gamer friends. This is the only reason why I haven't yet uninstalled the game and played from time to time with friends. Alone though, well, it's a no for me. To be honest with you, we only play this game because we don't have a choice. If we do, I think, well, we won't even touch this game. Shatterline is another game I've tried this past month. I love this game. It has PvE and PvP. I also like the collection of guns they put in the game. And unlike other free-to-play FPS games, almost all of the guns can be obtained by leveling up your weapon mastery. I'll talk about PvE first since it is my favorite part of the game. The game has two mission type, Expedition and Co-op missions. Expedition is like a BR game or roguelite as per the game's wiki. You drop on a location, armed only with your sidearm. Your team should cooperate to finish activities and defeat bosses. Finding resources and requesting drop pods will give your character abilities, weapons, and buffs. But you should be mindful because spending all your salts to these pods will be bad for your team since a contamination bar will be filled, giving your team random debuffs. If the bar is filled up, you have to extract. To avoid this from happening, your team should do a cleanse, spending salts. More debuff you've accumulated, the more salts you need to use to cleanse. Sounds great, right? For me though, no. I don't like this mode, the running from one point to another even though enemies will spawn to keep things tense is kind of off-putting to me and I don't like it. This mode have its moments, the boss fights and dungeons are okay, it's just the running. Running through this plane of empty space is a massive cons for me. The other side of PvE in this game is quite okay. Co-op mission levels are well designed for a free-to-play game. I cannot remember a map that looks the same. The voice acting and the story are also a plus. The story for the missions are quite interesting, accompanied by this voice acting.
Damnable fanatics! All these hideous experiments! What could they possibly hope to achieve by this?
And what do you hope to achieve?
The only way to win this is to eradicate the goddamn crystalline. And if the doc is right, you might give us the proper weapon.
Keone. We'll talk about it when you are safe. I promise.
All right. Here's a pretty spot for an LZ. Dispatching evac shuttles.
Alright, boss fight. I like it. But most importantly, the levels are challenging. They're not boring. The devs kept things fresh by rotating the co-op maps, I think every hour the map changes, give or take. PvP on the other hand is kind of generic. Long story short, if you play the COD MP, CSGO, and Team Fortress 2 in the past decade, I think you've experienced all the PvP game mode in this game. Apart from Barricade, Shatterline is the only game I've played that has this game mode. The microtransactions are fair. I call it fair for lacking of a word to define Shatterline's microtransactions. I think the items you can buy with real-life money in this game are all cosmetics. However, there's this crafting system in the game. It feels like a gacha, since the item drop are all RNG. Fortunately enough, I think you can't buy these. You need to earn blueprint points to craft modification for your weapons. You earn these points by running the expedition and or doing daily missions. Speaking of daily missions and resources, mobile game devs, please look at this window right here. Look at the information I'm getting and resources I've obtained without clicking on a fucking claim button! Please, take this idea. I know most of you are good at crafting said modifications will give additional stats and change the appearance of a weapon. This game also have a cast of characters that has different roles, abilities, origins, and great voice lines behind them. I like the characters in this game. Their abilities might be a hit or miss, but if you learn how to use them properly, they'll help you a lot. You can also receive or buy cosmetics for these characters, which I like as well. Shatterline is a decent game. I just can't recommend it to anyone for now, especially to those who are not willing to overlook some shortcomings of this game. But I enjoy it and I'm still playing it from time to time. Finally, Mobile Suit Battle Operations 2, the PC release. I don't know what to say about this game. On one part, my bias is kind of working against me here. More so compared to other times when I talk about games. I like Gundams. I own Gun Plus before. If I have a lot of expendable funds and space to display a collection, I'll buy Gunpla kits every month. I assure you that. It's not a secret that I'm looking for the Gundam game. Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn was the game I had my greatest time playing a Gundam game. But it's not a Gundam game per se. It's a Dynasty Warriors game. So most of it does not count. I cannot believe that I missed Battle Operations 2. I used to own Sony consoles, PS3 and PS4, and did not heard about this game. Silly me. Because my PS4 is now broken, I cannot play this game on my console anymore. Which is a bummer now that I think of it. So my excitement was immeasurable when I heard that they'll release it on Steam. And after 5 hours of playing the game, more than that, my anger until to this day is immeasurable. I'll talk about what's in the game. First, the gameplay. It's wonderful. The mobile suit movements. This is how I imagine how a mobile suit will move if I pilot it. They nailed it. My childhood dreams of piloting a mobile suit finally realized. The learning curve is hard, which I expect. Not anyone can be a good pilot off the bat. So most of the time I'm getting my ass whooped by better pilots, which I do not mind at all. I just cared about how the Gundam moves, on how I'll climb that learning hill, how I'll adapt a strategy to defeat my adversaries. I was waiting to play this game more than 5 hours, even though I only played 2 hours of it. My fan goggles is glued onto my face, and it's glued hard. I was willing to forgive the stiff animation the pilot has when you run around the hub, the annoying voice of the gacha woman.
Ooh, I see you're going for a supply drop. Ooh, I see you're going for a supply drop.
Can you shut
Ooh, I see you're going for a supply drop.
the outdated graphics, and the severe case of bad menu design this game has. Why is there a save button here? What is this for? What am I saving? Why do I have to save my game data? Why? Then, one more thing. This is just, what do you call this? A nitpick, shall we? Let's call it a nitpick. Can you see how to quit this game? No, right? You can't see it. Because you need to go to the options,
Please
wait it to
confirm or
load,
change the various
and there's the quit button. It's in the option. What the fuck? Why not put it... remove the save and put quit there? Why? Damn it. But I was not prepared on how bad the connection of this game was. How can I climb the hill of learning if the game won't let me play? How can I experience piloting a mobile suit if the game kicks me every 2 minutes out of the queue? And have to speak to the NPC again just to rejoin the queue and be kicked over and over again? I cannot even talk about or praise the things I like or dislike in the game. The frustration I got queuing for a match in this game was just next level. I expected this kind of things on lesser games, like a free-to-play FPS of the late 2000s or early 2010s, but not from Namco, not from a Gundam game. I can talk about the PvE of this game, which is kind of okay. It's a good place to practice on how to use the different kinds of mobile suits. Each mobile suit in this game has classes, Grade, General, and Support, which have different strengths and weaknesses. A rock, paper, scissors kind of thing. You obtain MS by completing training missions or by praying to the RNG gods and talking to this woman who has one of the most annoying voice lines and delivery ever. The combat of the game is well designed in my opinion, even though I can sometimes feel the combat to be a little bit sluggish, especially when I get my MS knocked down. The maps are divided into 2 categories, Space Battle and Ground Battle, which has a big difference between them. You can eject out of your MS to repair your MS or to take points. All this design and mechanics are all pointless if you can fucking play the game. You'll be stuck in the hub trying to matchmake. So what's the point if the game has a good gameplay loop? What's the point of obtaining different kinds of MS if your queuing most of the time fails? What's the point of it all if you can play the game? As much as it pains me to say this, my hunt for a decent Gundam game is still not yet over. This game has a solid PvP mechanic, skill-based. Even if you have a better MS than your opponent, that won't matter if your pilot skills just utter crap. The connection issue almost killed me. I felt the vein on my nape is starting to swell, and a moment more it could have popped. I have tried to give this game more than 5 hours, but I cannot for a moment more play this game. It's a shame and heartbreaking thing for a Gundam fan like me. I cannot recommend this game to anyone until they haven't fixed the connection issues that they're having. Steer clear from this game, especially if you're a Gundam fan. Have some self-respect. Do not defend this game, or give it game time, or worse, your hard-earned cash. Up until they fix the issues. I know we're itching to play a decent Gundam game. There's a lot out there. Try them. It's better than this one. We are still looking for a game, a Gundam game that will give us a great time. And this is not that game. Not yet. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I hope this video helped you decide if these games I've played for the past months are also worth your time. See you on the next one. Goodbye. And now I am the Reaper. What the fuck is the Reaper? Kill Leader? They just renamed Kill Leader with Reaper. Okay then. Fine by me.